Hello ladies and gentlemen, we continue our coverage of the NA LCS. We're going to continue following our Jizuke. Let's see how Jizuke does in this one. I saw parts of it and I remember the game being over very quick, but yeah, I wanted to say that I didn't want to spoil, but there we go, spoil. Let's see how they play this. First pick Aphelios, trade for Syndra. Syndra flex into bottom and Nautilus. Tamgenj lock in. EG loved their Tam Coco, Cloud9 loved their Tam Coco, the NA LCS special. I think Aphelios Tam Kench is completely fine against Syndra Nautilus bot. Aatrox lock in, and of course the follow-up is Fiora. Fiora does fine into Aatrox, you have some opportunities, but Aatrox is better in team fights and so forth. And I don't think Fiora ever wins hard enough to take Nexus against Aatrox, that's why I'd like the pick a lot less. 3 bans on top side in the shape of Pantheon, Kalista, Rumble, all targeted towards Huni. Orianna second wave ban, LeBlanc second wave ban for Dignitas. They learned something at least. They're picking jungle and jungle together with mid, which is cool. Here Syndra most of the time is going mid, but you need to consider the flex. So here it's difficult to pick mid. It's very difficult to pick mid, and it's just a question of comfort. You have to pick comfort because giving Syndra to red side is very hard. Like when you give Syndra to red side, jungle situation, I mean mid lane situation is difficult. Because here what do you pick? This is very difficult to pick anything that's not gonna get counted. Very hard. Was ES versus IG already reviewed? Yes, it was, my friend. Yes, it was. I'm gonna pause 1 second just to check if my videos are uploading. Okay. Because I'm releasing AMA number 14 today. Shema Yamato. Thanks, see you on YouTube. All the best, Alpha Talks. You can also check the Twitch vote if you are in a hurry. Okay, so here you just pick comfort, right? You're not gonna pick a champion that's gonna be good blind, because there's gonna be counters to everything. But then the big troll was, I think, why is Kiana getting locked in here? I think you just send Syndra mid. But okay. Kiana mid, Gragas, it works, right? It's fine. It's not the end of days. Not that problematic. Not that terrible. They have a AP jungler together with AD top, AD mid. They have a strong top side. It's completely fine. It's not a problem, right? It's not a problem. Bottom matchup is fine for both sides. Top side, I think Dignitas have a lot of opportunities. Let's just see. Why didn't Froggen pick his Victor or Vel'Koz? Because they would be full AP. You don't want to be full AP. Full AP is very bad. When they are flexing Syndra, it means that when they flex Syndra and they lock in Gragas, again, locking in Gragas maybe was the problem. Because when you lock in Gragas, you put yourself in a state where you need to pick AD 5th. Either AD bot or AD mid. Unless you want to play Fiora mid, but... So maybe the problem here is just the Gragas lock-in. They lock in Gragas, but I think they had Kiana in mind the entire time. The other option is to go Misfortune. You go Misfortune, you send Syndra mid. I am a bigger fan of that option. But like this, you have good damage mix on top side. So like if you can use Gragas Kiana to get ahead, you fight and you force on Rise and you kill him early, then it's cool, you know? Silver, Elo, easy ADC, just play Misfortune. Yeah, Yasuo mid is also good, honestly. Yasuo mid would be dirty. You rise JP the orange. Yasuo mid would be very good here. Good call, man. Good call. I didn't think about it. Yasuo mid would be very juicy. This was the game to play Yasuo mid. Definitely. You're right. Can Kiana have prior to rise? 1v1, I think she lose, but it's very easy to set up gank. Think of Kiana like LeBlanc. Kiana is 1v2 champion that chooses when to force. When Kiana has water on, right? Or not even, she doesn't even need water on, because you can put it on very easily, right? When she's threatening this, Ryze needs to be very careful. It is the same engage distance as WE of LeBlanc, right? So LeBlanc works very similar to Kiana. Kiana is just AD LeBlanc. So the way you play it is Gragas and Kiana, they need to look for 2v2, 2v1 options, right? But for sure, I don't know if Frogan plays Yasuo, I don't know if he does or he doesn't, but this was a beautiful Yasuo game. I agree with you there. Beautiful, beautiful Yasuo lock in here. Very, very nice. Against all 5 of enemy picks. Against all 5 enemy picks, Yasuo is a thing of beauty. I like it. I would go for it. Good call, my friend. But then the question is still, the Gragas lock-in puts you in a position where you need to pick AD 5th, but I feel like Dignitas planned this. So once again, the best way you want to play this is, you know, if this was FPX, it would make more sense, because they can play hard on 2v2 mid, and then they can work into top side, but it is a way of trying to contest the 2v2 mid lane, right? Kiana Gragas can definitely find ways to impact the mid 2v2. Okay, let me move my face, my beard for say here. Okay, I'm gonna be on EG side because, well, I want to say that I am on their side, but I am on their side, Jizuke after all. I had to pick the Yasuo there, it would be dangerous. It would be very wild. No Conqueror on Aphelios, I think that's the meta. Okay, boom, 1080p. Then why Kiana? They just want to pick AD champ. When they have Gragas and Syndra, either you put Syndra mid, pick AD bot, like Misfortune or something, or you pick AD mid. In this case, I think Yasuo lock-in would be really good against Yasuo, Lee Sin Ryze. It would be very nice. And also Aphelios, and also Aatrox, like it's very good into these champs. But they went for Kiana. So still, Dignitas' game plan needs to be that they need to find impact in 2v2 mid, into top side, and need to look for dives. They can also look for dives bottom. Like, everything is about mid 2v2. And when everything is about mid 2v2, I would always bet on EG. 1v1, I think Ryze can win. I'm not a fan of Fiora. In a lot of cases, guys, playstyle is a big myth. The way the community and how everyone talks about playstyle is, in a lot of cases, just a big myth. Like, for example, Kiana doesn't fit Frogan playstyle. Myth. Jizuke with the E level 1, the technology. I appreciate it. Bounces on second. He gets a ward on enemy Raptor. Acadian does 3 camp clear into a quick level 3. Let's see if he's going to gank mid. But there's a ward now protecting Ryze from any angle. Yasuo and Kiana are very similar. Not so similar. I think Yasuo can do more 1v1. Kiana is 100% 1v2 champ. Like, if Kiana gets left alone and gets no jungle pressure, she's very bad. Yeah. There's bad and good. Poofy Yog Poof. Oh, hey Papa Smithy. Congratulations on the victories, man. You know, Papa Smithy, you know how happy I am that you've somehow managed to reinvigorate Someday. And I was the biggest fan of Someday. When I was a player and also when I was coaching, Someday I was watching his stream more than anyone, I think, on Azubu TV. And I was quite unhappy with screaming against 100 Thieves back at the World Championship. I don't know which one. Where, like last year. Yeah, last year. That was like, oh, this is the Someday. And now when I'm watching him now, he's like reinvigorated, man. He's like a new person. He's playing wonderfully, man. And it seems like every player over there is very happy in comparison to past years. So we applaud Papa Smithy. What a fucking god, man. What a fucking god. How's your playoffs chances looking like? You're going to playoffs, right? For sure. Or these two last games can... or these two last games are going to change most things. What is... you have easy schedule. How's it looking like, Papa Smithy? I'm sure you know this better than me. We need to beat TSM or COG, then it's very likely. Okay, okay. I like those chances, my friend. I like those chances. It's good to hear. Good to hear. Some days next EG top laner for Summer Split, Papa, I agree. EG already have two imports, Jizuke and Bang. Svenskeren is grandfathered in because he's been around for quite some time over my dead body. Good on you, man. Protect that investment. When I watched LS co-stream this, he said Aatrox can win the Fiora lane, but he couldn't explain. How do you know? Well, the thing is, you can outplay the W of Fiora. Like, the finding W value is very tricky, you know, with Fiora. Like, if in most Fiora matchups, if you manage to stun with W, you win. And I think Aatrox is another one of those matchups. Fiora's gonna scale well into the matchup because her itemization is very good. Like, Fiora for split 1v1, her itemization is super strong. But early, Aatrox can actually win, and I would even favor Aatrox early. Especially when Fiora doesn't go, like, she goes Conqueror, she didn't go Grasp. I think Grasp probably would be better for lane. But with Conqueror, the point where you can win all-ins happens earlier. Yamato back to coaching in summer. It depends on what is looking ahead. Like, what's going on ahead. I would love to coach now more than ever because of the whole coronavirus situation. Freelance is not the best thing to be right now. At least what I've noticed. So if you have any jobs for me, Papa Smithy, then you tell me. As a caster, I was under the impression it was free win for Fiora after all the Fiora buffs. So a lot of the Fiora buffs were specifically targeted to make her better when she's actually winning. I think Fiora scaled super good into this matchup, but that's usually most Fiora matchups. I don't think she wins hard enough early on to make a significant impact. Like 2 items, 3 items, for sure. Wins super hard, but I think she doesn't win hard enough to dive. Looks like Liquid should have a job opening soon. I would be down to dance over in North America. Nevertheless, I'm not gonna hoot my own horn. Let's go into the review, guys. Okay, Jizuke TP on tier. He pushed in cannon into base. Here, if Lee Sin covers, they can actually build advantage over this TP. Because Froggen needs to push in base. Gragas needs to match, and I wonder if Froggen having Ignite advantage is enough to make a difference here. Does Fiora beat Ryze inside 1v1 later? Depends on itemization and depends on state. Like, if Ryze is ahead, then he can win, and Huni, if he itemizes like armor and things like this, then for sure he wins. In other cases, no. It depends completely on itemization. Same with Aatrox versus Ryze. So here it's all about, you know, breaking the freeze for Dignitas. They want to break this freeze, make Froggen base. And EG are already collecting everyone. Jizuki is saying, guys, Froggen needs to push. Froggen needs to push. Oh, very nice. Very well played from Zeyzal. Froggen refusing to flash. Kind of odd. Holy Zeyzal Smurf. Good Zeyzal. Flash it. Jizuki walking forward like an absolute maniac. And then the eat. I think Acadian is a bit slow here, no? Why is Acadia not E-flashing already? Because they can one-shot Jizuke here. Like, Jizuke is going up way too far. I think if anything, Jizuke should thin out the wave a little bit here and not commit as far, but it works. Because I don't know why Acadian is waiting. Why is Acadian not pressing his buttons here? I think it would be very good for Acadian to press his buttons here and look to punish this thing that he did. But it looks like Acadian just doesn't have spells. Does Acadian just do Raptors and he's walking in here? Oh, he's doing Raptors. He's coming from Raptors and he has no spells. That's why. That's why. And then they walk in and then there are no spells and the Guardian comes down and bottom wave situation is good. And yeah, Jizuki can keep freeze, or he can also just push in together with Svenskran. That works too. Keeping freeze into base is also possible here. You can just start recall and go. But Jizuki with Tyr has maybe enough mana. I just feel like you can make Kiana lose more here if you don't push. Because yeah, look, Kiana's gonna catch a lot of creeps. You could have started your recall and match the timer of Kiana, and the wave would be into you. So I think just freeze here is a better option for 4 eyes. I don't think his base is that amplified by the fact that he took this extra wave. I think even here, if you end up being Sapphire Crystal or Ruby Crystal Potion and you miss Boots or something like that, I think it's still fine. Because Kiana CS numbers are not that bad here. And once again, just Gragas having no spells here is what makes it tricky. It's taking level 4 on Raptor. Afron was coming from a good angle. Eat comes in, exhaust on Lee, and then I think maybe Kiana just needs to flash away and maybe you don't trade 1 for 0, but yeah, it's super cool from EG here because Jizuki, more than anyone, from working with him, I know that he understands very well when you can pressure. And with TP, you want to build an advantage in a way. Like, this is something that you can do almost every game, especially in competitive, is if you have a champion like Ryze into Kiana, you can control the waves early on, right? You can control the wave early on, so you dictate. And then you can base and you can TP back. Jizuki is going to TP back on 500 mana, right? 500 gold, sorry. So he's going to get tier, he's going to base back. And then the wave is bouncing, and this is where Dignitas need to put in all their efforts in order to make the wave crash. The advantage Dignitas has is the fact that they have Ignite on Kiana. Nautilus was in position, Kragas was kind of in position, but the issue here is also that Froggen is walking back so far that they're not fighting in the wave. Imagine here if Dignitas are actually fighting in the wave. If they are fighting in the wave, then this big wave that they have as an advantage is also going to matter, but in this case it doesn't. So to summarize, Dignitas advantage is Ignite, big wave. EG advantage is Jizuki has base, right? So in this case, Jizuki gets to pass the wave. And only the cannon is following, right? Only the cannon is following, and the wave is fighting the creeps, and then now the wave fights joins in. But also the fact that Bang is here is also clutch. Just once again, very similar to what EG, very similar to the previous game with EG. It was all about those timers. Froggen wants to push this in base. EG, Jizuke wants to punish as hard as possible and get a CS advantage here. So everyone from EG is committing to this. This is very, very nice. The key thing is that sometimes people don't think about is that they signed Huni first, and Huni signed in a way where he was blind, right? And using Huni to secure other players is a strategy in the off-season. Not something that you have to agree with, but it's something that you can put value on. You know, when people see, oh, Huni's on this team, more likely to join it, right? Okay, so Froggen kept Flash, Arcadian kept Flash, Jizuke kept Flash, Zeyzal has no Flash. Top lane situation, Fiora's even, so Fiora's very happy. Fiora even is happy at this point in the game. 7 minutes in, Fiora even, good. EG have one Drake over, 2v2 mid is where they need to fight. Froggen state is not that terrible considering he has Serrated Dark. Like right now, even though everything that we saw that happened in mid lane, Ryze has an advantage, but looking at items is not so significant. Maybe Ryze is gonna base now for Catalyst, and then it's gonna be a bit more significant. I think he should afford Catalyst and maybe something else. Isn't Huni a bit overrated? Well, he's having a rough split, but he has a lot of history there, right? I don't know like I don't feel comfortable talking about financials of other teams because everything is speculation, you know? There's even a line where Huni's salary is speculation. Okay, Flash. Huni's happy with that. Just made Huni happy. Blade the Ruin King technology for Fiora. That's interesting. The Cutlass buy. Good for all-ins. Kiana threatening dive. This is a good dive. Good dive. Zeyzal E. Oh, very good eat from Zeyzal. Very nice. But Ryze, this is Ryze ultimate or is just jogging? Let's take a look at this again. Because the dive starts when Froggen is not here. And they are resetting turret aggro. So what was the planning here? And also this no magic mantle is doing so much work. This no magic mantle is so strong. Whoa. Look at this null magic mantle. Zeyzal is surviving so long. And also, wait. Why is Aphromo exhaust? Why is... I just realized that Aphromo has exhaust. Because here my thought process is, you dive together, you coordinate this together, and you can do some damage here. Because look at Ryze and Lee Sin position. Ryze and Lee Sin position is good. But then I realized that there is exhaust. There is exhaust on Aphromo. So no ignite. So the heal value is insanely high here. Insanely high. No magic mantle makes this super good. So here, I think, why dive time lane when, well, it's not, I don't think it's a bad dive. I just think they are diving 3v2. That's what they're doing right now. If they dive 4v2 and Kiana timing is better together with the rest of the team, this easily is a kill. It's just a 4v2 dive. It's very standard stuff. We see it many times. Doesn't matter if people are full health. Just here, Zeyzal is getting null magic mantle value through the roof. Like, this is the biggest null magic mantle that you've ever seen. This right now, this null magic mantle, big stonks. Stonks. Massive stonks. I tell you. Massive stonks. When he was in Korea for 1 year, keep this in mind. He was in one world championship. And, well guys, the game is over. It just is. Botching this dive in such a shape or form, it's a big oof. So here, I think you wait for Kiana, and then it's a fine dive. But you have a very little timing window to work with. Ryze could also... yeah, he's ulting. I wonder if you just can't do it because Ryze is ult. Because here, I thought Jizuke is basing. And I think Kiana also thinks Jizuke is basing. It's just that no magic mantle value is so high on Tam. There is no ignite on the Aphromo. Why is he running exhaust this game? God knows. Like, I think just because you don't have ignite, you lose so much kill pressure. Look at Shizuke sidestep. Yeah, Huni's first competitive year was 2015. And Shizuke's wave was so nice on mid lane as well for this dive. What a thing of beauty. What a beauty. Tremendous. Yep. Let's just reach a conclusion on the dive on bottom. Like I think Kiana thinks the Rise looks too base, no? But he shows on mid, he pushes in the wave, he catches the wave, hovers into bot, and the dive just happens way too soon, and they just get countered by no magic mantle. But how can they not have damage? Like, it's just the lack of exhaust is just appalling. And then the timing of the dive is so bad on many accounts, because Acadian doesn't do full combo here. Acadian doesn't do full combo. Afromo just goes too soon. It's premature. It's premature. I think they just do it too soon. Too soon, exhaust instead of ignite. And now, the bad part about playing AP bot is that usually supports are also AP damage, right? So Mercury is such a huge buy. Oh, nice Q from Afromo. But how many people will die for this? No one. Okay. Acadian. Acadian? Acadian? Acadian. Acadian. KDA grass. So Huni has an okay state at least, but with how Fed rises, Rise is gonna win split against Fiora. Because even if she uses Blade to slow him down, like Phase Rush is a counter to this, right? So it's tricky. Whoa, that's a very bad Gragas ult. Like the man is CC'd in the air. You can do something better than that. Rise is so strong. Just compare Rise to Kiana right now. It's quite depressing if you are a Dignitas fan. Oh. Oh. So Kuma's just playing Aatrox every game. Kiana had a little window to push bottom wave, but he did it a bit too late. A bit too late. It's hard to judge here because not everyone on AG need to hit the Drake, right? So it's always going to be a risk, even if she used the window that I'm talking about. Yeah, Rise matching Fiora is biggest free win for Rise right now. And Aatrox is going to win against Kiana very hard. And mid-prior situation is good for EG because Mercury buy is so valuable. Like, it's very difficult now to kill Tam Coco. And now with that early 3v3 that happened on mid, 4v3, because Bang was there too. And also the dive that happened on bottom, EG are in such a good state. Shizuki is gonna win side here. And if you're losing side with Fiora, you're not a champion, right? So I think it goes to say more about the fact that they pick Rise. Like, Rise becomes so much better because enemy has Fiora. Like, usually the only scenarios you can pick Fiora Rise in competitive is when enemy top lane champion is a champion you can split against. That's why we see G2 picking Rise very often when enemy has GP, and in other cases not. Like, when you see enemy top laner, those are the scenarios you can pick Rise in. Still, this is Canada bought Moby Boots now. What's the purpose of these Moby boots? I'm not sure. Maybe he's hoping to outnumber, but Rise will always be first. Izuki is 50 CS ahead. Oh, Face Rush is popped. Acadian no Predator. Acadian Predator is quite long cooldown here. Is he running not Ingenious Hunter for some reason? Bang ultimate goes wild. Goes wide, not wild. Kuma's flash. So was Acadian, if they wanted to go for it. But Tam ult was miss. Izuki takes top tower almost on his own. It's just that it's quite sad what's happening top now. It's Kiana's matching Rise, but Rise can soon 1v2. They're gonna base for Archangel and then definitely can 1v2, I think. Maybe not definitely, but there is potential. There is potential to 1v2. What is Santa bringing? Oh, Drake is alive and Jizuki is already bottom. Top wave should be slow pushing towards EG, favor EG. Second Rift Herald is spawning. Lee Sin took it earlier, we saw it. Okay, let's slow this down to see the action. Whoa, Froggen, what happened here, bro? What is Froggen smoking? Oh. What happened? How did Froggen end up there? Zazel. What a man, Zazel. He's going on a trip sponsored by Moby Boots. Holy shit. It's like the time in Forrest Gump. I almost called him Forrest Trump. Forrest Gump, when he's jogging across the country with the beard. I can still feel the love. Bah, 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 bah. Like, guys, to be fair, Froggen was just looking for a flankeroo, and maybe that was the way for them to win a fight, but the game is looking quite grim on all fronts. Also now Fiora bought itemized Ninja Tabi. So what does that mean, ladies and gentlemen? Please say in the chat, what does it mean, Ninja Tabi? Have you learned from the game? Rise destroys her in 1v1. Yay! GG, good job. Nice. Very nice. You got it. So now Rise can match Fiora, no problem. Win. He went for Tabi Ninja. He's gonna win even harder. So Rise was already ahead, right? Rise was already ahead. She's looking to match Aatrox, but it's not gonna happen. Rise is gonna be on bottom side, Nash is on now, and everything is about this dear Rise. I feel as Fiora had zero impact, but honestly, what can he do more? He burned Flash of Aatrox, set up for a kill on Aatrox, and that's it. Like, he can't do anything else in this game with his pick. This is just his team straight up losing. Kumo is inting. This is the time where Kumo needs to back off and give this up, because the trade is happening. His team is hovering into bot, and he is not spotting either Acadian or Aframo. So this is Kumo's inexperience shining through, because you should just give up. Because his team is taking everything anyway, right? They're hitting mid, they're hitting bot, everything is in their favor. Like obviously this ends up as something that is favorable for EG because they are, what's it called? They're taking enemy Nexus. They're taking every turret for one turret. Dignitas is very far behind. But it's like one of those scenarios where maybe you can survive if you're Aatrox, you know, and you can make them get even less. Bang doing some sniper things. Maybe we can get some kick here, Svenskeren, through the roof. No, through the roof. Oh, that's that from Exhaust. The famous one. Zook is so strong, man. Curious about what this Junzun will buy. Oh, very close. It dropped down to 170 there. Close business. How did the Acadian die? I don't remember. What happened to him? So Acadian is fishing. He's fishing in deep waters. Oi, 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 Svenskeren. Very nice. Very nice, Svenskeren. Okay. Let's see the ending. Let's see the rose here. As Jizuke celebrates his 2-0 weekend. MVP, Master Card. He will get a little statue of himself. Fantastico. I think Fiora's the dogshit champion, yes. I think if there was ever a sinner champion, I think Fiora's the one. Do you put Nemesis in top 3 mid LEC? Sometimes. When he's playing Ornn, yes. When he's playing Casio, yes. When he's playing TF, yes. But to be honest, EU mids, what are EU mids? I think currently it's Nemesis, Perks, and Febiven are the best ones. And then Nuktak is decent too. And I think Larsen is pretty overrated. Go, Jizuke, go! Go, Jizuke, go! Very nice. Let's rewind that tape. Because we had some actions here. What happened? So, okay. We had the dive. Huni goes on bang. She bang, she bang. He tried the one life for one. And then what happened to Lee in all of this? Lee is going in. What is Svenskeren smoking here? Okay. Let's look at Jizuki Quadra again. Oh, Kumo trolled a bit. Kumo trolled a bit. Nautilus ult is off. Oh, Jizuke sees the cooldowns. Jizuke sees the cooldowns. Man, Jizuke has Eye of the Tiger, man. No Gragas E, no Nautilus Q, and then boom, walking in like a fucking man. Very nice. Fucking Inspector Gadget Jizuke. Very nice. It was a 3v4. Let's be honest here. Nautilus and Gragas use all their spell on Aatrox. Very nice, Jizu. Jizuke. The Italian stallion. Oi, 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 oi. Look at your team. Look at your team, Jizuke. Let's go Jizuke. Penta Jizuke. No Jizuke. Jizuke. What happened, Jizuke? Jizuke, what are you doing, man? You just fucking peaced out. I swear Jizuke was laughing during this. Is Vegas still the best player in the world? No. Oh, Acadian delivered the enemy into you. Look at the Acadian Gragas ult. He's like, Svenskeren! Give me a hug, Svenskeren! Give me a hug! Enemy Gragas. Enemy Gragas. Here comes Kumo. Akumo Matata. Who do you think is the best player in the world? I think Deshai. Afromo. It's so easy. So easy. Ooh, Frogurt. Frogurt. Okay. Okay, we reviewed so many games. So many games today.